In the heart of Lagos, where the yellow downfalls honk like stubborn spirits refusing silence, where the smell of roasted barley and exhaust fumes dance in the air like warring oracles, lived a young woman named Adanna. Adanna was 25, raised in a faded flat in Suraleh, schooled by her grandmother's tales and the street's truth. She was a digital native by day, a freelance graphic designer, but by night, her mind wandered to places untouched by Wi-Fi. Her friends teased her for being too quiet, too curious, too deep. But Adanna's eyes carried the weight of generations. They were the kind of eyes that looked past people's words and into their shadows. One hot evening in July, during the city's usual power outage, Adanna's old Samsung buzzed with a strange message: "They are coming for the route. Go to where the lagoon listens." She sat up in the darkness. The text had no number, no thread, only that one line. Her heart pounded as if it recognized something her mind had yet to grasp. The air around her felt dense, like the beginning of a thunderstorm with no sky. That night, she dreamt of a woman with skin the color of deep water and eyes like burning coal. The woman wore a galley made of stars and stood on the edge of the Third Mainland Bridge, whispering in a language Adanna did not understand, yet felt pulsing in her bones. The next morning, Adanna woke to her grandmother coughing violently in the next room. Mama Nkechi had raised her since she was 6, after her parents had died in a mysterious car crash on the Lekki Expressway, an accident no one ever fully explained. Adanna rushed in with warm water and held her grandmother's frail hand. The old woman stared at her, fear etched deep in her pupils. "They've started digging again," Mama Nkechi rasped. "The curse, they've awakened it." Adanna froze. "What curse, Mama?" "The one your mother tried to stop. The reason she died." And then Mama Nkechi passed out. That afternoon, Adanna received a commission from a new client, someone named Obolole Tech. They wanted a logo redesign for a luxury estate project called Ilu Oran Residences, being built on reclaimed land near the Third Mainland Bridge. Her blood turned cold. The next day, she visited the construction site, phone in hand, pretending to take reference photos. The land was a desecrated stretch of mud and cranes, guarded by uniformed men with tribal scars and dark glasses. But as she got closer to the edge of the site, something strange happened. Her phone began to vibrate violently. The screen flickered, flashed red, and then displayed an image she had not taken, a carving of a serpent devouring its own tail, etched into the side of a tree stump. When she asked a toothless palm wine vendor nearby about the stump, he squinted at her like she was asking about a taboo. "You see, he whispered. Them suppose burn that land, no build. That place no Iji Iku. Tree of Death. Them try cut am before in 1977. Rain fall for 7 days. People they miss. Government seal am. Now them dig again." Adanna felt a chill. That night, Mama Nkechi awoke from her stupor and called for her. Her voice was stronger now, but her eyes were haunted. "Adanna," she said, "you must listen. That land holds what your mother died protecting, the root of the Ioba, the tree of the kinghounds. Your great-grandfather was its guardian. Before the British came, before the Portuguese stained the soil, our family watched the gates of the deep forest. But when the city grew, they forgot the pact. Your mother," she tried to remind them. "The spirits took her before they took more." Adanna sat frozen. "Under that tree," Mama Nkechi continued, "lies the chain of Orisa Oliken, the deep one. If it is broken, the lagoon spirits will rise. Not the gentle ones. The drowned kings, the mad queens, the unborn giants." Adanna could barely breathe. "What do I do?" The old woman handed her a courage-strong necklace from beneath her pillow. "When the time comes, throw this into the water, and call his name. But remember, spirits know they take lie. Speak only truth. And be ready to lose something you love." In the coming days, Adanna's dreams deepened. She saw flashes of past lives, herself walking barefoot through sacred groves, chanting with women under a blood moon, hiding the chain beneath the secretary. One afternoon, as Lagos burned under heat and protest, the youth rallying against a new fuel tax, the streets blocked, tear gas mixing with pepper soup, Adanna received the second message. We are beneath. Come before the flood. This time, she did not hesitate. She packed a backpack with salt, kola nut, and Mama's necklace, and boarded an Okada toward the bridge. As they rode, her driver, a lanky man with tribal marks, kept glancing at her in the mirror. You dey go that estate site? He asked suddenly. She nodded. He spat to the side. Them people no be ordinary. I drop one worker there last week, him face pale like ghost. Say them dig something, we no suppose see sun. At the site, the gates were open. Construction had paused, the machines abandoned mid-motion like frozen monsters. The air smelled of wet rust and something older, like iron blood and ocean bones. She wandered past the dig site, where the stump had been carved away. There, in a pit of soft black soil, lay a rusted chain wrapped in seaweed, pulsating faintly like a living thing. As Adanna stepped toward it, 3 men in black suits emerged from the shadows. Their eyes glowed faintly. You should not be here, one of them said. His voice echoed twice, like he was speaking from 2 mouths. Adanna held up the necklace. This land does not belong to you, she said. You are trespassing on sacred ground. They laughed. The gods are dead, girl. Buried beneath concrete. You think beads and tails can stop progress? She didn't reply. She hurled the necklace into the lagoon. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the sky split. Thunder cracked with no clouds. The earth beneath the site trembled. The lagoon rose like a great serpent uncoiling, waves climbing higher than billboards. The men screamed as their bodies crumpled, their bones folding in ways that defied reason. And from the water came a figure, the woman from her dreams. Skin like midnight tide, crowned with coral, eyes lit like furnace coals. You remembered, the spirit said. The pact is not broken. Adanna knelt. I am ready. The spirit touched her forehead. Visions flooded her, the day her mother died, whispering to a council of masked chiefs who had sold the land for oil money. Her mother had begged. They laughed. She cursed them, and the curse had waited, sleeping in the roots, until now. You will be my mouth now, the spirit said. Tell the city, the land remembers. And the debt is not yet paid. The next day, the news broke, Obolola Tech CEO was found dead, his mouth full of seawater though he'd never left his air-conditioned office. The construction site was swallowed overnight by a sinkhole. The government called it an infrastructure failure. But the old ones knew. Adanna became something else after that. She stopped taking design gigs. She started speaking, first on street corners, then online, then in universities. Her voice carried like storm wind. She told stories, of spirits, of blood parks, of cities built on bones. Many laughed. But some listened. One day, a boy approached her after a talk in Yobatek. My grandmother say you talk true. She says she remember the route. She says she dream of a woman like you. Adanna smiled. She saw the necklace in his pocket. The chain had chosen another.